Hello. Let me play my theme music. Let me play my theme music. Why not? It's your girl Angie Goodes, and you are tuned into the Big and Serious Podcast. Hello. It is Thursday, 8 o'clock. Yo, we are on time. And we are feeling very nice about it. And on top of that, we have an exciting and amazing show lined up for you. Tonight's guest is Soca artiste Azah. He's here to talk about his new song, and we're gonna get into some really cool conversation. Tonight's serious Ting topic. What's the topic today, good as? What is going on today? The topic is keeping yourself motivated. How do you do that? And why is it important? Like, what is this whole motivation thing? People are talking about all this motivation, be motivated. What does this mean? We're going to talk about that. And of course, this week's big up. Oh my, you know what? I didn't even pull up their. Oh, Angie, I didn't pull up their information. I'm going to grab it now. But tonight's big up goes to Aiming for Greatness Photography, because we had Calvin on the show last week. And just with the way that everything went, we were not able to actually do his big up. So we're going to big up his business as well. And we're going to get into it. So if you're looking for Miss Goodas, how can you find her? Well, you can find me at Angie Goodas, 2 Zs if you're on Instagram, 1 Z on all other streaming platforms. Every other, every other, no, what am I talking about? Every third Monday, you can find me on the Roots Rock Reggae Radio Show with Singing P, Calendar Man, Matt, Selector Madman, and Brother Cliff. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, because they're on Monday mornings, 1 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock in the morning. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, you can actually listen to information for the nation, which is when I come on the show and talk about, all kinds of different topics. And I mean, we've talked about sunscreen, water, diabetes, heart disease, whatever information that the nation should hear, that is what we talk about. So let's get into tonight's big up. Let me do my captions here. All right. So, like I said, last week, this gentleman was on the show. We did not get to do the big up, so we're going to do that right now. Let's see if I have the right Chrome tab. Nope. There we go. So I'm sharing my screen. So Aiming for Greatness Photography is where you're going to go for all your photography needs. Aiming for Greatness Photography means more than just taking pictures. It's about capturing the emotion, energy, and essence of your special moments. And Calvin is such an amazing person to work with, and everything. He'll make sure that your experience is amazing. So if you're looking for them, if you're looking for a photographer, hit him up. Instagram at A4, the number 4, G Photography. Tell him Angie Goodas sent you. That won't get you a discount, but at least it'll get you a smile. This is their Instagram page, so you can check them out, see all the things that he has done, and go from there. So big up to you, Aiming for Greatness Photography. Yeah. All right. So for those that missed how to follow me, you're going to go to TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitch at Angie Goodas. And on TikTok, it's actually 2 Zs on the Goodas. If you have a business that you want me to big up, you're going to send me an email, BNS, so big and serious, but BN like Nancy, S serious, at angiegoodas.com. So BNS at angiegoodas.com. That's where you can send me an email. And if you have a business that you want me to big up, I can definitely look into doing that for you. All right. So before we get into tonight's guest, listen, there is something going on that is so amazing in the city of Toronto. You know what? Before I even get into the really amazing thing that is going on in Toronto soon, uh, I'm going to play a song. Yeah, because I'm so excited about this thing. It brings me joy. I'm not even going to lie. But before I do that, I'm going to give you a hint as to what I'm talking about. I'm going to run a song. Yeah. Ooh, I just saw lightning. And it got really dark outside. Me no know, me no know, me no know, me no know. All right, let me pause my music. By the way, if you're looking for a logo, see my sexy logo up there, big and serious logo, and also the Casamigos rhythm that you hear playing in the background. That is courtesy of the one and only Wheelie Dunn Productions. You're going to hit him up on Instagram at the underscore producer underscore Wheelie Dunn, and hit him up. Tell him Good sent you. You still not gonna get no discount, you know. But you just gonna make the people them smile when them hear say, I me tell you to go check them, you see. So that's what that is all about. All right. I'm gonna pause this beautiful rhythm. Oh, I was gonna say, what's going on here? I'm having a moment, people. I'm having a moment. All right. We're gonna listen to Slow Motion, Bounty Killer, Dexter Daps, and of course, Baby Sham.
Young light and red wine, that was
Oops.
on the bed. Baby, give me love and make me nearly lose my head. It when my baby ride it like the bread. Slow, 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 down and bubble slow. Baby, love, intoxicating. Oh,
we went for underwater. About my way, I love it talk. When we muff it up, we start before we pop. Me back and shoulder full of finger mark.
ay, ay, ay. Jungle light has set the mood. Me nah lie, me could wait so till me nude. We slow it down and we got very, very rude. It better when it loud. So let me express my gratitude. Sing my Dexter. Baby, your loving gives me fever. Your mama feel like, oh, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you all night. Baby, your love is like tequila, intoxicating. Oh, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you all night.
When my baby turn it on and get me ready, me no stop until the dawn. Me love to get it in the early morn. Had that make baby born. Them energy a liquid it gone.
It leave me in a bed. I make me sleep until my friend them think me dead. It lit me chip a whole day that me meds make me weak in my legs. So listen to what Dexter Dap says. Sing the Dexter. Baby, your loving gives me fever. Your mama feel like, oh, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you, would I love you all night. Baby, your love is like tequila, intoxicating. Oh, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you all night. Ooh. Candlelight and red wine petals on the bed. Baby, give me love and make me nearly lose my head. I love it when my baby ride it like a thoroughbred and slow it down and bubble like
slow motion.
baby. Your loving gives me fever. Your mama feel like, I wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna
Slow motion.
baby, your love is like tequila, intoxicating. I wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you all night. Baby, your loving gives me fever. Your mama feel like, I wanna love you, wanna love you, wanna love you all night.
Slow motion.
Yes. So, um, Dexter Daps, Bounty Killer, Baby Sham, Slow Motion. Why, good as did you lead with this? Why would you lead with this? Because people, the greatest thing is happening in Toronto on August 23rd. Me now, I'm very happy, me glad bag boss. But guess what? I don't think I would do it justice by talking about it. So I'm gonna let the people them talk about it themselves. So I'm gonna share my screen one more time. Let me make sure I have the right thing. I'm gonna share my screen one more time and let the people them talk about it themselves.
Toronto, finally, after 20 years, Bounty Killer is back.
Look into my eyes. Tell me what you
Trackstar Promotions and BMW Promo presents Bounty Killer. Bounty Killer and Dexter Dabs.
Cut you load from in a Netherlands. Where the grabbers think like alligator
With
pan.
Baby Sham and Mr. Killer, Saturday, August 23rd, 3 p.m. at Markham Fairgrounds. Bounty Killer, Dexter Dabs, Baby Sham, and Mr. Killer. Tickets now at ticketgateway.com.
Yeah, so like go to ticketgateway.com and get your tickets. I'm gonna be listen, I will be there. I will be there. 100% I will be there. Follow Oasis Music Festival CA on Instagram where you can get all the information. You can stay up to date. My heart is racing. I'm so happy. Yeah, man, big things are going. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss that show. It's a big show. 20 years. Can you imagine? You know how long ago that was? That was back when the Goodas was so young and so healthy and so. I mean, I'm healthy now, but you don't know. Long time ago. Long time ago. Wheelie Dan. Wheelie Dan just jumped in and said, Angie, Wheelie Dan. Yes, sir. Wagwan. Big up to everybody on Instagram. Hello. Yeah. No, mad vibes. You don't have to send an email. You do not have to send me an email. You could just send me a DM or a message or a phone call. You got direct access, so you don't have to send a DM. You don't have to send an email. Everybody else has to send an email. bns@angiegoodness.com. But yes, isn't this like huge? This is so amazing. I'm telling you, not gonna lie, I was slowly grudging England a little bit because them I get all of the good shows. Big up to Tasha T. She's in England right now doing a tour. In the UK, sorry, she's in the UK. She's in the United Kingdom doing a tour. So big up to her. But I was saying, like, yo, UK seems to be getting all of the good shows, like Wagwan. We are no people too. We don't want have no nice show and thing in a Toronto or what. Even Montreal, they're wilding. They got Spice coming, Luciano's coming, Sister Nancy. Listen, I was like, what happened to we? So, and I'm not gonna lie, we also have Jamaica Day. Also on the 23rd of August and the 24th. On the 23rd is Mr. Vegas. On the 24th is Spraga Benz. Really looking forward to that show alongside Anthony Malvo, another big artist. Oh my goodness, if there's a third one, please forgive me. I can't remember it right now. But you have to understand, for those that have been following the Goodas since she became Angie Goodas, so January 2021, when I became Angie Goodas, I have been very vocal about Wednesday at 3 p.m. What's happening Wednesday at 3 p.m.? Willie, what's happening Wednesday at 3 p.m.? Did I say 3 p.m.? What are we talking about? I don't know what he's talking about. I'm so sorry, Willie. I don't know what Wednesday at 3 p.m. means. Yes, I have been very, very, very vocal about my admiration for Mr. Bounty Killer Rodney Price. I have been very vocal. So the fact that Bounty is coming here after 20 years, I'm very happy. My heart is racing right now. Anyway, so that is that. Let's get into tonight's topic before we get into speaking to our guests. Actually, you know what? It's already 21 after. So I'm just going to run my second track. How about that? I'm going to run my second track. So this one, all right. So 2025 is showing to be a very amazing year music wise. Kendrick Lamar did his big one, his major big one. But someone that I also admired growing up, or in high school anyway, and loved his music and loved his vibe. I'm going to say he's made an appearance and he came back in a big way. He has another song, but I'm not going to run that one. I'm actually going to run this one instead. Let me see if I can get this to do what I want it to, because okay, wait. Shh. Okay. We're learning the dance, people. We're still learning the dance. Let me share my screen, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So I want to say big up to Cardinal Official, who is back. He is back in a big way. He has another song, but I'm going to run this one for. Well, I'm going to run this one today. It's called "Soak," featuring Ocean Banks. Give it a listen.
Champion.
It's electric when your body moves on mine. You know how to build the tension when you whine. One grip makes me lose my breath. No hands got me in full sweat. Baby, what you do should come with a warning sign. Move slow, you wanna take over control, and I don't mind. Just be still tonight while I soak. Do what you like, put it all on me. Don't want it back, put it all on me. Soak. Do it. Do what you like, put it all on me. Don't want it back, put it all on me.
A plus, you a bad B. Long time now, I love you off madly. Shy tell you have a little in your system, and if boy try shade you, you diss them. Remember that. Real close while we soaking. Fast friends, but we whine in slow motion. Tick till I'm about to explode. Personal PlayStation, I'm the next mode. Premium tier. Promise no tears when I steer with two hands on you like. Patic, how you know say it no problematic. Neighbors call 911 when we going at it till it. Yeah.
Soak.
Do it.
Do what you like, put it all on me. Don't want it back, put it all on me. Soak.
Do it.
Do what you like, put it all on me. Don't want it back, put it all on me.
Get money, girl, from the ends. Rather make a bag of money than a bag of friends. Sure. Good girl, but she going bad in her private. First class in the cockpit, I'm the pilot. Change weather before she change feelings. Jamaica at GoldenEye, no ceilings. None. Moonlight's better than club lights. That dress you're wearing is OJ glove tight. Stand right there. Soak that from your toes to your head. You not have to move, just allow it, let me bubble that. Anytime you and I link, you a trouble that. Yeah.
Soak.
Do it.
Do what you like, put it all on me. Don't want it back, put it all on me. Soak.
Do it.
Do what you like, put it all on me. Don't want it back, put it all on me.
Not lie. I love this tune. This tune is actually in my playlist. I'm not even lying. It's in my playlist. You try walking the treadmill to this song. It'll keep you hype and up full. What time is it? 8:26. All right. So you know what? Let me get a little bit into today's talk. Oh, I do see my guest. Hi. I'm so excited. You know what? I'm going to start the topic after. I'm going to talk to you first, and then I'll get into the topic after. Oh, let me tell you something, people. I love Azah. Azah has the most beautiful energy in the world. And I mean, I'm talking from the very first day I met him to this very day. I'm going to bring you on screen. You ready? All right. Hello. I think you're on mute. I can't hear you. Uh-oh. I heard something briefly. He's like, what?
Now,
I can hear you now.
ah,
Hello.
how are you? How are you? How are you? How are
I
you?
I am most excellent. I have to tell you, I didn't realize how much I missed interacting with you until this week. I mean, you have just your energy, you have just made my days. I'm gonna say publicly on air, thank you so much for the voice notes, the good morning and the energy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You are an amazing beacon
It's
of light,
great
and I
to
just
be
want to let you know that.
appreciated.
Yes. How have like I feel like I this is like seeing an old friend. I remember when I first met you 2 years ago at Jerkfest. Um you had won a contest, if I'm not mistaken, right? You won a
Yes, I
contest,
did.
and that got you the opportunity to tour with Destra, right?
Yes, please.
I'm gonna ask you, how has your life changed since then?
Oh, okay. Can we still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Awesome. Had to make sure that's the technical side of me. But my life from there, I my life from there has changed a lot, but it has also been because of that same nature that we speak of, being positive and allowing that cup of positivity to overflow into persons, even if they have their level of positivity. That continuous game of tennis for me, in the metaphorical sense of energy being bounced off of persons. We're connected as people. We're connected by identity. We're connected by nationality. For me, being able to be the winner of Beige to the World and traveling with Destra, I've found a
Mhm.
further understanding of being connected as a region, being connected as the Caribbean people. Um, her personality in itself was also one that was so familiar to me as a
Mhm.
Caribbean national. However, obviously, with her being a different nationality, Trinidadian, it was in itself different. It was unique to me, but it still
Mhm.
felt like home. Every single step of the way, she was comforting. Every single step of the way, the same persona and characteristics that she had on stage, she delivered to me in a calming, motherly fashion, as she is a mother herself. So that persona, it goes throughout every single thing that she does, every single thing that she puts her mind to. And that was further confirmation for me in continuing to be a positive energy for persons who interact with me. And I was able to be stopped by Angie then at Jerfest, and I met the most beautiful soul. The most beautiful
Oh,
soul. Then I genuinely, it's a new space for me. I was 19 then. It
yeah.
was my first time traveling, and first time traveling and performing outside of the country.
Mhm.
So to be recognized by another person on the outside and being asked to take part in the interview and showcase what you guys have to offer, and by extension what I had to offer and what I was advertising, it was exciting, it was thrilling, it was for me the fostering of a relationship that then came to fruition here tonight,
Yes.
when you gave me the message after releasing my song. I often keep track. I'm letting you know I keep track. I have followed you on TikTok.
Oh,
After
really?
that time, I followed you on Instagram. After all that time, I kept track of where you were from the mix-up show until here now. And I've been excited to see the growth of the people that I would have been introduced to while I am still being an upcoming artist, and to be offered the opportunity to sit here and discuss my journey. It was just all encompassing and quite exciting to do, quite exciting to approve and be able to be ready for. I was here probably like 7 o'clock. I was like,
I
no,
know.
I have to make sure I have to make sure that my laptop and everything is covered, because there will be no hiccups. Angie needs to hear me and I need to hear her, because virtually I am giving her blessings. I'm giving her
Oh,
love, because
I'm
by
giving them right
extension she
back.
gave me such.
Oh my goodness, thank you. You give me goosebumps. Oh, it's funny because I think back to that. That was our first um mix up show's first Jerk Fest as well. So it's like we were all babies in the game. We were all just newly on these paths and these journeys trying to figure it out. And um one thing I really loved and respected with the mix up show, and I've carried that into my own podcast, is the honor and the respect for everyone that we speak to. It doesn't matter if you just picked up a microphone yesterday and said, "Hey, I'm an artist," or if you've been in the game forever. you get the same treatment, you get the same respect, you get the same attention. Um, so I've definitely carried that over here with me now. You know, things happen, and it was time to change, and so I'm on my own now. Big up to the Mix Up Show. They're still doing their thing on Saturdays. You can catch them. Um, I want to say 7 till 10 or 11, but follow them on Twitch at the Mix Up Show. They're also on um, Instagram, D like dub plate mix up show. So definitely follow them. Big up to Tenor One and Mr. Houdini. I know they have a replacement lady. I don't know her name though. But yeah, so big up to them as well. But like we were all babies at
We
this,
were
and
all babies in the entertainment industry at that time. And
yeah,
then we were in a space where we were able to liaise with persons who are icons in this arena, and by extension, those who are budding personalities that we can look forward to. I remember being able to meet Scylla, coming Afro artist, then
yeah.
being able to meet um, being able to meet Luciano when he
Luciano
came.
is huge.
Beautiful, beautiful. Being able
Big up
to
Papa Luciano.
liaise and speak to these persons and see these persons both on and off stage. It was
Mhm.
beautiful. It was almost that point where I understood where and why I did what I do, why I see the passion and
Mm.
enthusiasm every single day for the arts. While I do singing, dancing, and acting, being able to live for all of that. Yes, being a triple threat.
What? You
Yes,
just I love how you just snuck that in there. I was singing, dancing, and acting, and just kept going. What are you telling? Oh, well, let me
look
give
at
you a sexy horn for
that.
that because what? Oh, that's big things. Okay,
Yes, yes. So within that year, that would have been. I also did technical theater because I wanted to understand behind the
mm,
scenes in terms of what to ask for as a performer or as an artist on stage, and to
mhm.
understand that the technical team in themselves are artists as well. Behind
Yes,
the scenes, yes, but they too have to be appreciated. Their work also needs to be appreciated.
yes.
So within my technical field, I would have done costume design, would have done set design, lighting design. I would have
Oh, wow.
also continued as assistant stage manager on shows, including portfolio, all to get a grasp of the technical aspects and what to look forward to, and to basically gather a different level of humbleness and
Mm,
humility in terms of dealing with these persons. When you what persons will say you reach the top, or you get up there, that you don't forget where you came from, you don't forget how to treat persons no matter how you go out in your day-to-day basis. Always be humble and kind. That has been a mantra for me, along with trust in the process. And technical would have showed me that, because everyone, if you have been in technical, you know it's a strenuous process. It
mhm.
can be strenuous at times, getting ready to set up lights, set up shows, and then you're also running shows, and you have to rerun something if that case maybe. And just seeing that and being there in that moment and realizing the before and after product, and also sensing that after product with the audience of how it is received and how captivating it is after such a
Mhm.
hard time, such a labored time would
Yeah.
have been used, such energy would have been put out into what we would simply see as a theme,
Yes.
aesthetic around
Lights.
who
Yeah.
is actually on the show.
Yes.
Most directors would get this understanding, but most of the audience, some of the audience members may see that, some of them don't. For me as an artist, I wanted to be the audience member that also understands that.
Mm,
As an audience member, as a technical, and as an artist, understanding from those three point of views
mhm.
helps you gauge and foster a connection to your technical team, not
Mhm.
only in this life but next as well. I see every single thing that we do, from the first, from winning Beach to the world to traveling, everything that I have done so far. I often tell persons every single step of the way is a lesson learned. Once you are able and you have committed to learning that lesson, even if there's a minor setback, you have to put yourself in a place where you understand that it's a minor setback for a major combat.
Yes.
Before winning Beach to the world, I would have had to sit out the second beach of the world because I would have fallen ill to COVID, and I had to drop out,
Oh.
unfortunately. So then my motivation was to showcase a talent that I didn't want persons to forget, not
Mhm.
because it is me, not in a proud or egotistical kind of way, but this is the culture that you can find within your country.
Yes.
This is the upcoming voices that you will leave the baton to as
Yes.
icons.
Yes.
This is a voice that you can count on to keep that message, keep that mission
Mhm.
statement going as an artist.
Mhm.
So I came back for my second year, and I just put everything that I remembered as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
All the lessons that I would have learned, I try to rehash them, reanalyze them, gauge them with new eyes.
Mhm.
Because you often have to, after a period of time of analyzing, gauge things with a new eye. Because
Yeah.
obviously, in that moment, you would have been handling so many emotions because it
Mhm.
was present. You were in the present. But after
Mhm.
taking time to analyze it, that's where your lesson is. That's why it said that it's the understanding of when you have a lesson, you have to be committed to learning it and actually
Mm.
putting it into play. Because those lessons from as young as you could have been, many persons would say that they started from the church, and
Mhm.
some persons that can be a memory, and for some persons that is a lesson, and you can see that's the lesson because they
Yes.
use it day to day to day. So,
Yes.
like you were saying in the midst of show, you would have all of us would have been babies at that time, but
Mhm.
all of those things that we went through also were lessons enabling us to be the icons that we see ourselves to be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a definitely amazing journey and all the lessons. And you're right. Like even for me, I take a lot of the things that I learned from the Mix Up Show and carry it with me now as I move forward. Um, I have a question for you. The doing technical and
Mhm.
then being on the stage, has that technical background changed? Like, have you found that it has changed the way that you present yourself on the stage?
Oh, definitely. Definitely, definitely. In regards to me taking time to create a lighting cue sheet, um,
Mm,
having that understanding and keeping that understanding and keeping abreast of the situation. On the technical day, I often try to go to most of the rehearsals, whether they be in the studio, the space that the performance will actually be happening or not. The studio rehearsals I would go to so that I can interact with the band and have
right.
that connection from there onto the performance location, onto the performance space with them, so that they're accustomed to me and I'm accustomed to them, and our
Mhm,
energies are comfortable to be around. It feels like I move a lot on energies
mhm.
and positive vibes and understanding the comfortability in spaces. So
Yes.
being able to be at all of those rehearsals is an energy that is accustomed to you, or it's energy that's familiar of being in this space with you. So I try
Mhm,
to go to those studio rehearsals. Then when we go to the performance spaces, I look at the different styles and series of lights that we have. I try to pick them out at technical rehearsals. Okay, we have ellipsoidals, we have beams, we have rotating lights, we have our spotlight, we have our strobes, we have our gobos. I try to analyze all of them on site. If I can't tell a particular light, I would also try to take that time to form connection with the technical by
mhm.
asking
What is
what is
what
the
lights do?
equipment that we have here, so that
Mhm,
I can then do my research and then come back with a lighting cue that will better assist them, instead of having them like, okay, so what cue can I put here? What I feel like red. I'm just like, no, I can assist you.
I love
you don't
that.
have you don't have to
You don't
hurt
have
your
to worry, I
head.
got this.
You don't have to hurry. You just have to be there. You're calm. You're calm. You're calm. I'm the one artist you don't have to worry about. Your lighting cues are right here. If you need a little if you see a little hiccup and you need a little explanation, I got an explanation
Right there.
right there. To cover my hand.
I love
So
it.
you're covered.
I need to use that line. You're calm. You're
You're
calm.
calm.
You're
You're
calm.
calm.
You're calm.
Just remember you're
Everything you need
calm.
is right there. You're calm.
It's
I love it. Oh my goodness. They
So
must
that
love
experience
you though.
is always calming for everyone on set, because you're able to understand and you're able to think ahead because of that experience that you would have had as a technical,
Mhm.
now as a performer. gauging what is the particular questions that technical will have for you in terms of sound and what you're wearing. What you're wearing as an artist also plays a big part in terms of the lighting, because certain lights, if a red shows on red, maybe you're going to show up black on stage. So certain things that in terms of fabric, all of those things as costume designer, I take into consideration
Wow.
in terms of certain browns and how a particular fabric hits, even though it's that same color, because it's that fabric, it can change color. All of those things I go into to fully get the effect that I'm looking for. So that when I say I want a purple light, it can show
It's
purple
purple
instead
light.
of certain. So most of those technical things I pay attention to, and I am proud to look into and continue to hone, because I know that it helps the bigger picture in
Yeah.
terms of the production and not only me as the artist.
But Azar, that makes you more than a triple threat, you know. You're like a triple threat squared. Like
I am
you're
an entertainment connoisseur then.
yeah, you're an entertainment complex, like literally. Um, yeah, that but you know what the beauty of that is? It allows you to present yourself and show up exactly how you want to be. And there's nothing left to chance. There's nothing left in anybody else's hands. It's completely under your control. And that is such a beautiful place to be in.
Yeah, I for entertainment, for most of us it's a safe space, and for me it's no different.
Mhm.
um Even on the technical aspect, that's a safe space for persons. So it's the understanding that that's a passion. People are here because this is what they love waking up to do. Sometimes this is what they see themselves doing for years.
Mhm.
You should be opted that opportunity to at least be calm in the space that you want to work in for years to come.
Yes.
So being able to show persons that, and also being able to show them that at a young age, because often now, because I'm Gen Z, there is obviously a certain stereotype on how we would interact in professional spaces. So
Mhm.
bringing this new light to persons, it showcases to them the potential that my generation by itself also has.
Mhm.
Again, that just highlighting again that ties into the bigger picture. That's now not only dealing with the performance aspect, but how a different generation sees another generation and their compatibility
Right.
inside of professional spaces and actual public spaces as well, social spaces.
Yes.
Um, so that ability to navigate and understand is very crucial, is very paramount.
Mhm.
And I think it is something that I also try to highlight for many other persons. So it's not a case where Asa is gatekeeping this information. Often even in competitions, many persons would tell you, I often tell them, I'm not really here for the competition, I'm always here to learn. The competition aspect for persons, I think persons just continue to be the here or and the
Mhm.
tortoise race. But for me, I am here building a philosophy that I feel I can carry on for my generation, another generation, and
Yeah.
another generation to carry on for their next generations to come.
Yeah.
This is information that assists me, and I wanted to share with you because it assisted me. It
Yeah.
may not assist you the same way, but at least you can gauge from doing this particular thing how far it got me or what successes came out of it.
Mhm.
Especially again at a young age, being able to accomplish those things. And again, I try to highlight the fact of not being egotistical in saying these things, because I often speak on the backgrounds of what persons would have said to me,
Mhm.
and what they would have seen for me. I am a heavy person in terms of critique from persons, because you can fill yourself with all the positivity that you need, and you can
Mhm.
also fill yourself with the critique that you need.
Mhm.
But as an artist, you also need to see what the audience, where the audience headspace is at when it comes to you, and
Right.
how captivating you are off and on stage as a person, as a being. Because once you're
Yes.
off stage, you then change your character from being an artist to a person, to them.
Yes.
Yes, you still have this name. Yes, you still have this show name on stage. Yes, they will still remember you because of your performance. But you
Hmm.
have to help them understand as well that you're still very much human. That this stereotype that they have of artists being egotistical and just being one-sided, you will never all find that across the board. That is not a across the board characteristic. They're unique and fundamental and quintessential energies that you will find and you will hold on to. And
Hmm.
those energies that you find and you're able to see doing what they love, and by extension assisting you in doing what you love,
Right.
you tend to hold them, you hold them close. So often when I go into competition spaces, I allow my competitors to know that actually I am here because I see this as a family. This is a new reunion between the family in the industry. We are
Hmm.
here under this competition's title. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, once we leave here, we're entertainers, we are artists.
Yeah.
We are sisters and brothers by our art, and our art
Hmm.
firstly.
Hmm.
So having that understanding and being able to foster those connections do assist. Having that knowledge and keeping that knowledge and allowing that knowledge to be shared through persons, so that you understand as well, okay, when I leave, I have to hand over the baton. There's someone I will
Hmm.
have to hand over the baton
That's
to.
right. That's
They need, I if I am leaving them with something that is so crucial to the international scene of things,
right. Hmm.
crucial to the mental scene of people and persons. This is an art form that touches hearts. This is an art form that sometimes even is able to take persons out of a coma. This is an art form that is able to take persons out of depression. This is
Yeah.
something that is very cared for. This is why we call it a safe haven as artists. Because although some persons will see it as a hobby, no one can deny that this hobby changes something in them.
Yes.
And I want you to have the ability to change something in them for good.
Yes. That's so true. Um, it's. Do you find, because you're the second um artist that I've interviewed that has made a point of saying, I'm a human doing this art form. Do you feel like this is a generational change and a paradigm shift for artists, um, as they understand that? Yet, like after watching, for example, the Michael Jacksons, who were just kind of treated as this performer, and all his life he's just a performer. He's not allowed to be a person. He's not allowed to feel and think and all of that publicly. Do you feel that it's a paradigm shift in terms of the artists now, where they're like, I'm holistic in this experience? What are your thoughts on that?
I I think we can't deny as well that there's a shift. There has been a tremendous shift. Um, there has been a clear shift as of today in terms of artists actively speaking out sooner once they have heard a particular rumor that can be seen as defamation of character. It puts you in a space as artists or entertainers often when you're seeing uh, a sense of tension, a space of tension. We want to have a sense of clarity, and you try to be mature enough as possible, because again you try to hold back the emotions that you're dealing with as a person, seeing this information that can be broadcasted about you, can be spoken about you. You can be in an interview face to face with someone and they're ostracizing you sometimes. And
Yes.
that ability to just be mature or be the bigger person in that area, sometimes when you leave that space, it still does something to you.
Yeah.
It still does something to you once you turn off your phone, once you turn off your laptop, once you have exited the spaces that are social and where you can be seen. Once you're inside of those four walls, you now have to analyze that situation all over again for yourself.
Mhm. Yeah.
um so I think with understanding that and seeing how the icons before us, the legends before us, like Michael Jackson, what they would have went through behind the scenes, after many of us are, oh, he's a great musician, he is the prince, he is the king. of
Mm-hmm.
pop. He should be known to be of this way. And then we see in another interview that he's also being ostracized in a different light.
Yeah.
Although we love his music, this is what we're saying about him as well.
Yeah.
And him as an artist, he had to understand that this is the role that he has to play. This is the face he has to continuously show,
Yeah.
because he would have understood at that time, since you're going into this field of work, you're in the public's eye. All eyes are on you. You have made your name known to the point where your every waking move is watched,
Yes.
and you're automatically a, for the lack of better terms at the time, you're automatically a show horse. Every car that you drive in off
Yes.
immediately seems like if you're in a fish bowl with as much tint as you can have on the car. You feel
It
like
doesn't
you're in
matter.
a fish bowl. It doesn't matter. You feel like you're still
Yeah.
seen. And those certain things, you always feel like you're not at ease. You're
Mhm.
always on the go. You never have time to actually analyze and take time to set yourself apart from being that character. Because at the end of the day, although you're an artist and although that you love this,
Mhm.
outside of this, you're not performing every day. Sometimes you need to give yourself grace. And as a constant artist in that popularity, you find it hard to have that time to do such.
Mhm.
So I think many persons in this century, well, not, I mean, Michael is still of this century, yes, but of this
Yes.
decade, and
Yeah.
especially the change of coming out of COVID and back into the music
Mhm.
force, back into the entertainment sector, that would have allowed persons to have a mental and physical interaction with themselves more,
Yep.
including the artists themselves, including the musicians and producers themselves, where they had a hiatus from being this character, being this person that has to constantly be on the go as high and mighty or righteous, and
Mhm.
to actually sit with themselves and analyze certain things that could have been done better, and certain things that can shape them into the person that they really want to be for them and their family once they leave that stage.
Mhm. And then it's interesting too. I do wonder, like, how did especially people that have to be performative and show horses, as you say, how did they handle that time during COVID when it's like you now have to interact with yourself? You know, um, hopefully they were, the majority of them were in a position where, sorry,
No problem. Get a water break. Get a water break. Hey, get a water
yeah,
break. Get a water break. Hey, get a water break. Get a water break. Hey. Yeah,
I don't know if it was my incense. I'm burning incense too. Maybe that was not
that's
a
no
wise idea. But
problem. It's always
um,
good to stay hydrated.
yes, I don't know where that came from. That dry throat. But do you feel that like, do you think in some senses COVID was a good thing, in terms of the break that we experienced, or do you think it was just like it was like a waste of time, so to speak? Like, what's your thought process on that whole
I
experience?
with being one of the artists, especially at that time, being an upcoming artist at that time, who would have been then shortly hindered after falling ill to COVID. Um, this is why I would have highlighted that I see most of my things within my artistry and life as a lesson for life. They can take your popularity, they can take your name and slander it, but at the end of the day, the knowledge that you have within you, the knowledge that you have is something that is worthwhile, is something that doesn't have a price on it. It transcends time, because you're able to share that knowledge with another person to assist them.
Mm-hmm.
And you come into grips with the situation that would have either hurt you or healed you, and being able to put that into words to share with someone, they then see that confidence radiating off of you to even come to grips with this situation, to explain it to you.
Yeah.
Some persons you explain the situation to, and they'll be like, wow, that really happened. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, even inside of their head, they were like, that really happened, and you were able to explain it to me with such poise, such
Yes.
calmness, because you would have then had time to analyze it. With that being said, I think COVID for me, there were ups and downs. It was a bittersweet moment. A lot of that comes
Mm-hmm.
with lessons. Um, but in terms of me now taking it as a lesson, that's where I have the positive aspect of being within the hiatus. For
Mhm.
us in Barbados, it would have been 3 years, 2019 to 2021.
Wow.
3 years flat, no curfew. We had curfew definitely. Then you had to be inside for a period of time. No social gatherings. All of this,
Mhm.
everything was stripped to us. So you would have been made yourself so comfortable with something that's so accustomed. Even though in history you have heard about the Spanish influenza and everything, you've been so comfortable interacting with persons and socializing with persons that you within one day or one night have been stripped away from that social politicalization, and
Mhm.
that social comfort that you would have found, that social interaction that you would have found with persons have now been limited to being on screen.
Mhm.
And you often, even with interacting with persons and knowing, yes, that they're still here, and yes, you can see them here on the screen, it still nudges at you in the back of your brain as to when next will I be able to see them again?
Yeah.
When next I cannot wait until I can see you. Oh my gosh, I know that I see you and I'm happy that you're alive, but I just really need to hold you. I need to hug you. I've missed you.
Mhm.
Seeing
Mhm.
your grandparents miles away that you would often see on the weekend, or seeing your mother that you would often see every day, and then you know have to be in different sections of the house, etc. Those
Mhm.
certain things play a part inside of your mind during that time. For me, at least as an artist, as an upcoming artist during that
Mhm.
time, you had to analyze where's your next step. Okay, you were just on the grips of creating traction, and then traction was just struck from you because
Yes.
of a global issue.
Yeah.
So you had to take time to understand that you have then been put on pause or standby, but understand that it is only standby. You're not here
Yes.
in hiatus
Yes.
forever. So once
Yes.
you have taken that understanding and you've taken that understanding to heart, that is where my mantra then came into play in terms of trusting the process. Okay,
Mhm.
so it didn't happen as early as I wanted it to be,
Yeah.
or as soon as I wanted it to, but one, my name is already known, my name is
Yeah.
already there. People
Mhm.
already know what I would have showcased before I would have went away.
Yeah.
And they, if persons by universe grace have remembered that, and remembered that captivation that would have been seen just catapulting off of the stage, they,
Mhm.
they would remember it vaguely instead of their mind. They would
Yeah.
remember that was an episode. Who was that boy that performed last year? You think that
Mhm.
he back? You think that he
Mhm.
coming back? And then you're obviously having these thoughts in your mind as an artist, or just like there are certain persons that you would have interacted before you took your leave, and they're
Yes.
looking forward to you. They're persons that are counting on you because they see the potential that you also see in yourself as an
Yes.
artist, what you wanted to do, why you were here this day and then. So they want you to come back because they want to you also to understand and to concrete what you have
Mhm.
found for yourself in that hiatus. The fact that this is a growing industry, and by extension, you as well have to be a growing artist on the physical
Mhm.
side for persons and the mental side for persons. So I think many artists would have taken that understanding and then would have also put it into play in terms of showcasing to persons, yes, this is my art form. Yes, this is what I write. Yes,
Mhm.
this is who I am. This is what you love about me. But please also understand, for example, I have a family. You can
Yes.
take as much pictures of me, but do not take any pictures of my family unless you have asked and you have seen
Mm.
approval. Hi, okay, if you want a picture, you can take a picture, but I do not need anyone bombarding me. These are certain things that artists are now comfortable in terms of saying because they have
Yes.
that understanding and taking that time to understand for themselves. Okay, actively, yes, I love this socialization. I love being loved. I love being appreciated. But I also am a person, and when I am entitled to my space if I feel a
Yes.
particular way. I am one of emotions. Even though I am held to high esteem, I am one of emotion. I'm a person who feels, who can generate a reaction based on a particular way. I've went through things to get where I am. most of you also know the certain things, certain heartbreaking things, even of what I would have went through as the artist to get me where I am today. So with understanding those certain things that have built my testimony as an artist, can you just please understand these housekeeping rules while interacting with me? I love you, I appreciate you, but I also need you to know that there's certain things you can and cannot do to a person.
Hmm.
Understand an artist later.
So it's in essence it's almost like COVID has allowed people to, or artists, to analyze their boundaries and, set them up and move forward with those boundaries, and yet still having the gift of being able to be a human, as they walk into their craft.
I think it's also the understanding for artists themselves that most persons aren't looking for you to always be of that high esteem. I think COVID would have showed them that for some persons it could have been the hardest hit, and for some persons it could have been a spirit of the moment,
Mhm,
interaction or idea that came to them or understanding that came to them, that there are certain persons that yes they see you and yes they adore you, but they also understand that you're a human. You have to tap into that one. You have to tap into that one audience member that understands that you are a person outside of all of these lights, outside of all of these vocals that you're able to share with us. You're a person that also is hoping to be understood and
mhm.
cherished the way that you cherish this performance and you cherish the persons who are here to see you today.
I love it. I love it. And also it also allows you to be in the moment and cherish the moments as they come and as you have those experiences. So, when it comes to being a younger person in the music world, what is some advice that you would give someone who is looking to get to your level in music?
Keep trying. I mean, it is a played out term for many. I mean, even hearing it when person said, I mean, the queen of soca, Queen Alison Hines,
Mhm,
you can hear everyone say, and sometimes at that time you're still ready to roll your eyes. Like,
mhm,
keep trying. I am trying. Can't you not see I'm trying? I'm
mhm,
here. But it's a further understanding of that. It's the understanding that these obstacles, as you open and as you become a successful person in one stage, the obstacles gradually get taller. The,
mhm.
your idea of climbing a step is now climbing a ladder. Your idea of
Yes.
hopping over a hole is now jumping a hump,
Yes.
because you have already accomplished something. You have now reached a level where you saw yourself to be, and you're now here. And the only other way in order to get to where you then see yourself now as a growing artist and not an artist that is just comfortable in where he is now,
Mhm,
is the ability to look at that situation and see, okay, hmm, I am a growing artist. I understand I'm a growing artist. I need to stay motivated. What motivated me before? Why did I call this my safe haven? Go back to your roots. Go back to the foundation of what built this entertainment journey, this entertainment testimony for you. Why did I do this? Why did I start this? It was a safe haven because I wanted to find calm. It's a safe haven because music was a way for me to be understood. It was a way that I could have been understood. It
yeah.
was a way where I found understanding
Mhm,
of other persons, and the humility that you need to have in spaces, the humility that you need to have for yourself.
mhm,
Um, all of this ties into being an upcoming artist in terms of your enthusiasm, your ability to continue, your ability to persevere.
mhm,
You, as an artist, sometimes you will be met with many things. For example, when I was traveling in Cayman Islands, I had to go back home on my own without management,
mhm.
etc., because I would have forgotten my visa then.
Oh
So
no.
sometimes unforeseen circumstances like that can happen to artists.
Yeah.
So even in that time, you have to take time to just analyze the situation, understand what is going on. It is very off-putting because you're in a foreign territory.
Mhm,
You're away from your parents, you're away from your loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to keep a cool head and first be at least professional, where you're able to speak to persons and get this information covered. You get that information covered, you start to sort that out, start out where you're going to stay, start for
Mm-hmm.
alternatives of what to do in the interim, how long
Mm-hmm.
will that passport get here, what can you
Mm-hmm.
do, and then you just analyze certain things, and you are able to then put certain things in motion that keeps everyone abreast. Whether you're in Cayman Islands and your family is in Barbados, everyone is now abreast of you because you have taken the stance to be mature in the situation outside of just letting the situation get to you.
Yes.
You're then able to communicate with persons, you're able to speak with personnel on a certain topic. Being a teenager in a different country on your
Mm-hmm.
first time after performing, you just want to get home. I just
Yeah.
want to
I
go
just
home.
want to go home.
Just want to get on the plane and sleep till I can get in the car and sleep till I can get home and
And
sleep.
sleep. There's a
But
theme here.
instead, we're here with an unforeseen circumstance. Are we going to allow this circumstance here now, today, to define how we can handle any other circumstance? This is not the first
Ooh.
time or the last time that you will have to travel on your own as an artist. Your manager will have to deal with another artist, and you may be asked to go on your own and meet him there instead. So
Yeah,
this is preparing you for something bigger.
that's
So
right.
having the ability to take things into context at such a young age, and to put it into perspective that is all for a bigger picture, that is not only for this situation that is happening to me now, but for many other situations to come. Just
Mm-hmm.
understanding that every single day that you live your life, that is a lesson that you need to add and continuously review, because every single day you may or may not be quizzed on this particular topic that you would have just went across, that you would have
Mm.
just completed. So sometimes you would even find yourself at a time like, okay, so now I'm bored over here in another country. Hmm.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm going to take time to go to one of the camps and assist if I'm able to as an artist.
Mm-hmm.
I would, and there I would have went to the National Cultural Foundation in Cayman Islands, and I would have assisted. I would have been able to meet other Cayman artists there and interact with them during the artistic camp. I would have even been able to work under one of our Barbadian icons from the band. um, oh gosh, I'm getting it. 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 I lost it. I lost it. But George was definitely a person there for me.
Mm-hmm.
He square one.
Square one. Came
Boom.
back. It came back.
I wanted to say Crossfire, but I know he would have worked or assisted with them. So I know the band that he was originally from. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to say first and foremost Square One, where we have Blood, where we also would have been introduced to Alison Hines and George
Mm.
at that time. He would have assisted in my comfortability and my ease over there in a different country, in terms of, okay, well, you're over here, let's interact with the culture that you would have just
Yeah.
performed for. Let's have a day to come to the National Cultural Foundation over here and see and interact with other artists over here and see where they are, how they view artistry in terms of what they do. Would have met well-known dancers. I would have met theater practitioners. I would have met podcasters as well. Would have even met band leaders and producers at this camp, and we were all able to interact and share and bounce off of persons the knowledge that we would have had and we would have harvested as a group, and the knowledge that we're able to share, and the knowledge that we're awaiting to share once we know
Mm-hmm.
information about it and where it's already heading and going.
Mm-hmm.
So the alternatives that you find in a positive light, when you are met with a seemingly negative situation, it keeps that enthusiasm, it keeps that motivation that
Yes.
you have just now shown yourself, first and foremost, the ability to press on, the ability
Yes.
to carry on, no matter the circumstance. You are now over in this country and you feel like you're lost, but you now have the understanding that outside of that, you would have also fostered a relationship, and those relationships are able to keep you at a leveled place over here because they understand how the situation could be a little off-putting, and they
Yeah.
want to ensure that you understand that that's no problem. We understand that you're here for longer than expected, and we don't want you to feel a negative energy or a negative light of that. We don't want you to feel like, okay, you came to perform with us and we'll leave you like that. No, a connection has been formed, and we want to ensure, even though it has been sprung on us and we were not expecting this, even though it's something that we're not expecting, that you are cared for, that we really did appreciate you, not only as an artist, but as a person, because of the
Yes.
energy that you would have shown us, the energy that you would have given us, the appreciation that you would have chosen to offer to us, and the appreciation that you would have offered to me, the
Yes.
artist.
The artist. How long did you end up being in Cayman for?
I would have stayed for 3 days, because it took 3 days for the passport to get back to me.
Hmm.
And within all of those 3 days, I made every single day a day to go to the cultural foundation and help with the kids and help learn about the culture there, because I am a person of knowledge. I wanted to see.
To
I
see and
wanted
gain more
to be
knowledge.
able to understand the culture that is building over here, because again, in this time we are humans and we understand that we're humans, but no, we are siblings and we're brothers and sisters by
Yes,
our artistry. So
that's right.
being able to come down to earth in terms
Mhm.
of what you believe you know about culture and artistry from what you would have learned, and see how another generation, another
Yeah.
people, another
Another
nationality,
country. Yeah, I was just gonna say a whole
another
other country
country
does it.
is
Yeah.
able to implement the culture and artistry that speaks for them and speaks to what they have been through as a nation
Hmm.
through years of independency. You then come
Yes.
together with those two persons from two different nationalities. That is already the breakthrough of total regional connections for me.
Hmm. How did you? I mean, I know you are very mature in your mentality and how you view situations. But how did you stay focused? Because you know, somebody else could have been like, "Yo, I'm here. I got 3 days. I'm gonna party. I might wake up on a sidewalk." You know, like, how did you stay? How did
Well,
you stay focused?
for me, it was a case where I was like, okay, I can't stay in one space for too long. As an artist, you develop that. And I am often analyzing, because I try to have a mature idea or perspective when it comes to particular things. I'm always analyzing certain things around me. So I was never the person that would always jump to the party first, even though I'm a performer. I'm a business person. I'm a hustler.
I understand that.
I'm a hustler.
Yeah.
And not only a hustler for me, but for persons I would love to see benefit from that.
Hmm.
So, for example, I could have gone, like you said, I could have gone to dinners and taken pictures on the seaside and done all of that for publicity and post
Hmm.
on Instagram to get the likes. But I decided after interacting with George that it was better for me, since I was here for my artistry, to hone my artistry
Yes, I
and
love that.
to keep at it while we're here. Don't sleep. If you feel bored, okay, no problem. Make yourself productive. Make yourself productive in something that you love being productive in.
Yes, I love that. I'm proud of you. I'm sitting here like I'm proud of you. Like your family has to be so proud because I mean it could have gone another way, Azar. Like let's be honest, right? Like you could have taken that time and who knows, right?
Who knows? We don't know, because now we're here. We
Yeah,
chose a different
exactly. That was
alternative.
a different alternative, and we're good at what we chose.
Yes.
Um, so I know. All right, I already know of one project that's been released, but I'm going to ask you, what are some new projects that you're working on?
Hmm, some new projects. Okay, so last year I would have started with an EP.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
after coming back from my show in Canada, the Jerk Fest. I
Mhm.
wanted to take time to write an EP. This is three songs, three soca songs. We have Afro fusion, we have a power soca and a sweet soca, and I wanted all three of these to tell a story in themselves. Yes,
Love
they're
it.
of different genres, but I wanted them to seem like they were connected, and they're showcasing different sides of a story. The start, the body, and the conclusion. And I wanted to inform persons of what I thought my journey to be, or what I saw my journey being, as I experienced everything behind the scenes as an audience member and as a performer. This year, I would have also went that route in terms of Carnival. Mass is something
Mhm.
that we all love. It's something
Mhm.
that we're all accustomed to. It's something that has been brought down from generations to generation. It's something that we take care of. The
Mhm.
baton is passed from generation to generation to keep up this mass, because it's our history, it's our culture,
That's
it's
right.
our nationality, it is
Mhm.
our identity. Outside from the fingerprints on our hands and our accents, it is our
Mhm.
identity.
I love that. I love that. I love that. What is the name of your EP?
My EP is Vibes Through Connections, a three-part story. So you will find that on my page. You definitely find that on all of my pages, Instagram, and you also find that on my YouTube, my Spotify, and my iTunes.
Love it.
This year, I would have went that route within one song. I wanted to compose all of that information that I would have had within those three songs and just summarize it. Let this be my appendix, or my
Mhm.
read through before actually entering the book.
Mm.
So for mass, the story is often different for many persons based on the different events that they go to. Not everyone goes to the same event, but at the end of the day, when we do come together, one thing that is similar is the time that we had is transcending. It's something that we cannot wait to come back to. It's something that we
Yes.
cannot wait to come back and enjoy all over again. It's not.
Yes.
It's a story that continues to repeat itself year after year after year. The
Yes.
one thing that many persons have in similarity in terms of this story, the one thing that we have that isn't different, that is not apart from, is the fact that this story continues. This is a
Yes.
continuation of something that has been built through love and connection, of understanding our history and our identity, and by extension how it makes our people feel.
Love it. I love it. That's like the perfect segue into party time, because party time for me, especially, it starts off as I raise my glass to the ceiling, and it just feels like this celebration of everything that you've gone through, you know. Um, that is, I don't
That
even
is
need to ask,
true.
like, is that what it is? Because that
It's
and I
definitely it was a celebration of everything that I would have went through. It would have been a celebration of understanding the persons that I would have met, and understanding the weight that they held within me, the positive weight that they, again, within spaces, I often see persons as my siblings instead of this entertainment field, instead of this industry. So being able to be reconnected to my siblings, and share
Mhm.
these thoughts, and be able to bounce off of other persons based on the knowledge that we would have seen, and we would have honed, and we would have captured during our time of
Yes.
strenuous dedication through the artistry, and then coming around and being able to liaise and talk and see how it would have affected us in a positive way, and to grow from it, to
Mhm.
continuously grow from it. I wanted to place all of that into a song, and by extension have it understood by the audience members, because for us in the Caribbean, we often release our music during crop over time, carnival
That's
time. I
right.
mean, everybody need a good song to walk
Yeah,
up
you
to.
need it.
Everyone
Yeah,
needs a good song to walk up to. Like
yeah,
we gonna walk up to jump around the place. We gonna still pelt waistline to rupee.
yeah,
We're going to play them every single year, because by extension they made the story what the story was.
yeah.
Those songs that we play over and over, and maybe a lot of persons get tired of it, I will still play Wave, I will still play Rupee, I will still play Lucy, I will
Lucy.
play all of them as much, because they transcend time. There were
Yeah.
songs that spoke to that time, and they still continue to speak to the time that we're in today. The
Yep.
feelings, the vibes, they take you back to that time when that song was first released. And now
Mhm.
a new connection, a new memory is being made on that song all over again. So I wanted
Mhm.
to take that time to just take all that in energy and information that I would have gathered for myself, and place it into that moment, and really take a step back and analyze the song now, not as a performer, but as an audience member and as a person that is
Hmm.
the voice of the audience themselves.
Yeah. That has to be that technical piece that allows you now to step back and look at it as an audience member in all aspects of, everything that you do. Um, oh, I just had a question and I lost it. Party time. From conception to it playing on the radio. It's going to play on my podcast after our interview. I will definitely play it. How long was that process?
That process would have started right after, I would say after Soca 4.0. I
Mhm.
would have performed after coming back to the island. And that would have been wrapping up my, what I would consider my mini tour after winning Beach to the World.
Mhm.
Um, and that is where I would have really felt my conclusion. So I went home the night after rehearsal and I started writing down, no, it's party time, so take a wine. And after that, I would have exited my car. I was ready to exit my car, and I heard the chiming of the car at that time. And I was like, okay, so I'm going to record it now. I don't know what is going to assist, but I'm going to record it. I'm going to leave it. This year, I was having a mental block out of this world. I
Mhm.
was like, wait, no, I have to go back to my book. I haven't seen my book in so long because of
Mhm.
everything. I was trying to make sure that other things were sorted. I was trying to see about studio spaces. I was trying to hone my crafts, my other crafts
Mhm.
in terms of acting.
Mhm.
Since I would have taken a step back from them in order to hone music, I wanted to get back into being in those pieces and being an actor and being a dancer. So to have taken a step back and then worked myself into a mental block. So I went back to my book and I just read through the notes. I was like, okay, I'm not ready for that one. We're in crop over.
Mm.
I'm not ready for this one. And then I hit that one. I just turned the page and I saw it's party time. It was like all of 6 lines written. And then I was like, wait. And I immediately heard the tinging
The
of the car inside
chiming of
of
the
my
car.
head. So
Wow.
I tried to play how it sounded at that time. Ding 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 ding. And I recorded that and I sent it to the producer. And then I said, okay, so from that I am hearing ding 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 ding. And I said, yes, we're going to enter the song like that because
Love
that's
it.
captivating me already. I mean,
Yeah.
even coming from a car, you're just like, what is making
What
that
is
sound?
that?
Okay, just
Yeah.
shut the door, just let it stop.
Yeah,
Let it
make it
stop.
stop, make it stop. And you're looking like, do
But
I have my
but
keys?
in
Like, what
terms
is the
of
problem?
music, yeah, in terms of music and finding the notalities and notations that will be captivating enough that it keeps a person enticed even before the song in itself starts. I said,
Mhm.
yeah, we're gonna use that. Where can we go from there?
Mhm.
I told him everything. I would have taken the time to be the creative director on this process in terms of needing live. I needed live instruments because for
Mhm.
me, I wanted this process to be a case where I'm still fostering relationships because that's the person
Yes.
that I am. So I
Yeah.
wanted live instruments so that I was able to interact with live personnel. We have steel
Mm.
pan, we have bass, we have live drums, we have live horns, and
Mhm.
these persons I would have been able to interact with. I would have been able to interact with on other fields, on other stages, and I
Mhm.
was able to have them here on this song with me,
Oh, I
which
love
means that
that.
the connection was already growing once more.
Yeah.
The connection that we would have fostered within our artistry and our understanding is growing through this song in itself. I often take that initiative once it's given to work with live artists because of the personalities that you're able to meet, the
Mhm.
characteristics, the knowledge that you're able to gauge, and where persons and what persons would have seen and what persons would have highlighted that can work and what cannot work. These different games of tennis that are going on in terms of
Mhm.
ideas to create the piece that you think the entire world will love and be captivated by and connected to.
Mhm.
Every time I believe I will forever love the behind the scenes of anything, because this is really backbone of the foundation of what the audience sees is happening. This song is created to you through the love and understanding that we all have for each other in this space today. So being able to be the creative director on this process, and to be hands on and say, okay, so this drum snare needs to go this way, and then
Wow.
to then ants for live background vocals, because I decided to hit the high notes in my register, decided to go in into the falsetto as much as I
I
possibly could,
so
and I
yeah,
needed the female voice to get up there with me. And my producer said, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
I think it's best. You can hit those deep notes, but because you decided to go out there and show off your vocal skills, we're gonna need a woman to catch up with that.
yeah. It's funny
and,
that you say
and
that because the first line, like the first words, are deep and slow, right? So to say that, well, yeah, but I hit my falsettos, like that was
yeah,
is very
you'll hear it
interesting.
in a
Like,
few.
you're like, I'm gonna give you a big contrast.
I'll give you a big contrast. I'm gonna let you know how wide this range is.
Love it.
It's a small frame with a wide
It's a
range.
wide
You can
range.
help. You want me to sing opera? I can sing the opera. But being able to work with persons, it was exciting. It was exciting to know that there are other artists out there that have the understanding of we are persons first, and we are persons in terms of being humble and kind in certain spaces
Mhm,
where persons thinks we aren't often.
mhm,
Certain persons will think that you're very hostile, or you put up a face in terms of what you believe people see about you, or what you want persons to see about you. And then when you're met in this space, you actually understand that that person is not that at all. This person, even though you're thinking all of these things, even though you think that this person is this hostile way and thing and thing and thing, this person was an artist, yes, and they didn't even mean to come off that way. That's based on how you would often interact as a person yourself, and that's
yes,
as based
yes,
on how they would interact as a person themselves. They were trying to probably just get into the zone because they have to perform, and you were ready to be hi, hi,
yes.
but they were
You know,
ready to get on the stage.
I've learned that at Jerk Fest. I learned that at Jerk Fest. That I learned.
Yeah.
Um,
Some persons are just ready to get into the zone, and then sometimes you just stop them in tracks,
you
and
just yeah,
you're just not knowing to it. You often you're
yes.
genuinely sincere about it. You're not trying to cut them short or anything. But
Mhm.
at that time, sometimes they also have to be like, no problem, I'll get back to you. Give me 10 minutes, ten minutes, so that I
Yes.
can do what I do to then give you what I want to give
What I
you,
want to give you.
because you
Yes.
would have stopped me, or just caught me in the action of preparing myself to meet the people that I appreciate and they appreciate me.
Yeah.
So seeing the behind the scenes of these enigmas, these beautiful souls, and being able to be granted access to their understanding and knowledge through this song and through working on this song, it was the highlight of the moment for me and everyone on it, for sure.
I love it. I love it. I'm so proud of you. And everything that you're doing. Oh, tell the audience where you're performing next.
Ooh. So we already said we already said that I was going into my acting era.
Yes.
So by extension, I would have in December finished with Handel's Caribbean Messiah. I would have started as lead tenor as of December in that role. So
What?
that's something that we can often look forward to in December. Shout out to the Handel's Caribbean Messiah team. Shout out to the family. And this year, I would have been. You guys gotta wait. Well, I can't tell you. What I
Oh,
can't.
I was like, I was about to get an exclusive, wasn't I? I was about to get some insider information.
Something is coming. You will see me on the stage in my artistic, theatrical characteristic and energy on from August 22nd to the 31st in my homeland during something. I don't know if you guys know about something called Carry Festa.
Is that like explain what is it? Tell us for us that
It
don't.
is it is a festival where all of our Caribbean families, our Caribbean countries under the CARICOM, they come to together as one to
I've
have a
heard of that.
festival. Come on,
Yes, I've heard of
yes,
it.
please. So this year, Barbados is happy to house and be a home for many of these nationals coming in this year.
Wow.
Under the patronage of our Prime Minister, we love her. Also under the patronage of Cropover
Wow.
and the National Cultural Foundation.
Wow.
With all of these entities involved, we're able to create the vibes that we have seen for years. We're able to interact with these nationalities and these identities that we have missed for years, and
Mhm.
to a different level of familiarization with each other.
Love it. So you say COVID's officially over. It's time to go outside.
It's time to go outside and party, reconnect,
And
guys,
party.
socialize,
Yes.
socialize.
Socialize. I love it. Oh my goodness. Thank you expeditiously for this amazing conversation. How can people find you?
You
You know
can
what?
find me
I have
on
the caption here.
Instagram. Oh,
Hmm.
definitely. You can find me on Instagram at I am underscore Azza official. That is AZA official. You can also find me on Spotify at Azza or Azza official. You can also find Azza Nation on iTunes, and within my TuneCore, you can find all of my music on all of those websites and apps for you to listen and stay tuned to new stories.
I love it. I love every song is a story.
Every song is a
And
story.
you're just starting out and you have you're like a old person in a young person's body. So I'm waiting for the stories. Just keep telling the stories and we'll be listening.
It's the
Um
young Bajan storyteller.
so young just storyteller. And I mean, you know how to find me. You don't have to wait for an invitation. You just Ange, I need to pass through. And I'll be like, let's make it happen.
I greatly appreciate the connection we would have fostered, and I look forward to
Yeah.
every moment. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And congratulations on just continuing to grow beautifully. I remember this young kid who signed my T-shirt for me, and I'm so impressed and I'm so proud of you. I really am.
I thank you very much. I
And
greatly
when you
appreciate
come
it. And
back to
vice
Canada,
versa.
yes, when you come
Vice
back to Canada,
versa.
let your girl
Yes.
know. You in Toronto, you let me
We
know.
had already said that though. We had
Yeah,
already said that. When I'm back, I'm back. I will let you know. I will
make
let you know for
sure.
sure.
I'll hold you to it.
But until then, I love you.
I
Continue
love
to
you
stay
too.
peaceful. Continue to have as much of the energy that you need to carry on in this field. I
Thank
love everything
you.
that you've done so far. May God grant you the strength, wealth, and understanding to persevere through all obstacles that are formed against you. And may those obstacles understand that by His great nature, they shall not prosper.
Okay, they shall not prosper. Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed. Thank you, Azza. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm gonna run your tune, and I'm gonna spare you from having to listen to your own tune, so you can.
Yeah.
I've seen it. They're
Until
sitting there like,
Yeah, no problem. I will just shout out everybody until thank
yes,
you so much for tuning in to the Big and Serious podcast. Thank you, Angie, for having me. I love you. I can't say that enough. Thank you
love
very
you.
much to the family as a nation. If you are in here, it's party time. So take a wine.
Yes, we're raising our glass to the ceiling right now. Blessings to you. Stay positive. Keep growing. We're out here cheering for you. Peace. That was Azah. You can follow him on Instagram at I am underscore Azah official. We're gonna listen to Party Time. Let me find it. I have it in my queue. But I'm learning this new relationship with this app that I'm using for music. But I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna raise our glass to the ceiling. It's party time.
Raise a glass to the ceiling. Thanking the Father for life and breathing, yeah. In the end, he turned us yet again. Again, the trumpet's proudly playing. It's party time and people, are you ready?
At the age of 19, I made the stage my next home, meeting icons from show to show, and flying from show to show just to blaze it up. And then at 20, I had a epiphany. In the culture freer than free is the greatest I ever feel, so I started up. As I raise my glass to the ceiling, thanking the Father for life, for breathing, yeah. Cause we need it a mass yet again, and the trumpet's proudly playing. It's party time, my people, are you ready? I behind every truck, and I behind every band. Look around and see how the people jumping up and having a blast. Don't know how the next day we go, but right now we in mass. The agenda is to break way, walk space in the center and have a blast. Look how the people winding up, look the party people jamming up. Look how the people turning up, look the party people winding up. It's party time, so take a wine. Look party people winding up, look behind the truck and jumping up. This is me, they don't care about what. It's party time, so take a wine. Now I see that in the session, the good time is a guarantee. So you just have to trust me to bring the style and plenty vibes we keeping in tame. As I raise my glass to the ceiling, thanking the Father for life, for breathing, yeah. We hit a mass yet again, and the trumpet's proudly playing. It's party time, my people, are you ready? I behind every truck, and I behind every band. Look around and see how the people jumping up and having a blast. Don't know how the next day we go, but right now we in mass. The agenda is to break way, walk ways in the center and have a blast. Look how the people winding up, look the party people jamming up. Look how the people turning up, look the party people winding up. It's party time, so take a wine. Look party people winding up, look behind the truck and jumping up. This is me, they don't care about what. It's party time, so take a wine.
This is the mass. Look how the people winding up. Having a blast, like this we like. Look the party people fired up. Having a blast, this is the mass. Look how the people turning up. Having a blast, like this we like.
Look how the people winding up, look the party people jamming up. Look how the people turning up, look the party people winding up. It's party time, so take a wine. Look party people winding up, look behind the truck and jumping up. This is me, they don't care about what. It's party time, so take a wine. Look the party people jamming up. Look how the people turning up, look the party people fired up. It's party time, so take a wine. Look how the people winding up, look behind the truck and jumping up. This is me, they don't care about what. It's party time, so take a wine. It's party time, so take a wine. On the stage. It's party time, so take a wine.
That's
it.
That's it. That's it. I'm not even gonna lie. The song makes me totally, completely regret my decision to not play Mass this year. I'm gonna suffer. Listen, next Saturday, somebody come and just comfort me because I'm going to be so extremely sad and upset that I am not on the road for Caravana. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, let's get into our topic this week a little bit. And we will continue on from there. So this week we are talking about keeping yourself motivated. Let me actually put that caption up. Bear with me for one quick second. So we're talking about keeping yourself motivated. And if you don't know, you have just entered into the serious Ting. So in terms of motivation, why do we need it? Why is it important? Motivation is essential because it directs, focuses, and maintains goal-directed behavior. It plays a crucial role in relationships, work, sports, and education. And that's according to Ryan and Desi back in 2018. So you need that motivation. And if you listened to my discussion with Azah, there was that thread of the motivation drives the behaviors, right? So I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do, so I need to move forward in the things that I want to do. This is where motivation comes in. Even for me, like I don't want to wake up every morning and go to the gym, but I know how I want to look. I know how I want to look. So I have to do the behaviors in order to get me to the goals that I want. Without motivation, we lack, oh, I just lost it. Without motivation, we lack the drive to engage in meaningful activities and we fail to act. We fail to think, we fail to develop, and we fail to reach our full potential. So you need that motivation, you need that push in order to keep going forward, in order to learn, in order to do things, in order to face challenges and think outside of the box in order to overcome them, overcome those hurdles so that you can get closer to your goal. If you don't have motivation, you're not gonna really do anything. If an obstacle comes, you're just gonna be like, well, it's okay. That's whatever. I'm done here. I'm stopping. And you can't. You need the motivation's your friend. I mean, even as a podcaster, right? Listen, when I say there are hurdles and things to overcome, and especially as a one woman show, I'm doing it all. It's all me. It's all the good us. You know, I don't have a team behind me. I don't have a think tank behind me saying, "Hey, Ange, these are your topics, or these are the artists that you should talk to, or these are the entrepreneurs or individuals that you should engage in discussions with." It's all me. Angela, these are the songs you're going to play. It's all me. How do I find these things? How do I have learned so much in the last 6 months just from doing this on my own. You know, I have a lot of respect for Tenor One on the Mix Up Show because he did a lot of the background stuff. He handled that. I just had to show up. I mean, obviously there were things that I did while on that show and videos that I produced and what have you. But at the end of the day, when it came to the technical aspect of the show, when it came to sound quality, when it came to music and all of that, I didn't have to do all that. That was not, I didn't have to bother with that. Whereas now it's all me. So it's all the learning. Like right now, I'm beefing with TikTok again, and that's why my TikTok audience isn't here. I do want to take a second to say shout out to Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook as well. If you're on my personal page, you're watching. So big up to you as well. But TikTok and I, we kind of fighting right now again. We'll figure it out. We'll move forward. But it's that motivation that is the driving force behind my behavior of being here with you every week. And that is motivation is the driving force behind all human behavior. If you think about it, even olden days when we were hunting and doing all these things outside, I'm hungry. That's my motivation. I need to get some food. So in order for me to get some food, I've got to get up and I've got to get my arsenal with me to go and hunt and get my food so that I can feed myself and my family. Um, Motivation helps you to solve problems, right? Like look at last week. I started the show at 8:26 because I had pure technical issues and I had to figure it out. I had to learn. But it was those lessons that I learned which allowed me to have a much smoother journey today. But it was the motivation of I want to learn how to not have these issues come up again. Um, so in terms of like motivation just shows up everywhere, right? It's what's going to help you achieve your goals. In a workplace, it's what's going to help you or your employees or your coworkers to think creatively and come with new innovative things on the job. Um, Motivation actually turns your values into actions, right? So I value something, and because I value that thing, I'm going to make movements in order to be able to keep or hold on to that thing. Um, when you're motivated, you are typically more engaging. Like you tend to have more desire to be interactive with other people, and as a result, you're going to experience improved attention, improved participation, and involvement, especially when you're learning something. So you're learning something new, and because you're motivated to learn that thing, you are locked in, loaded. You're ready. It's like I'm learning this thing. I'm going forward. I'm doing it. It's because I'm motivated to. I want to learn it. I want to know it. That's why, as a parent, you it would be beneficial, of course, with conversation and guidance, but it would be beneficial to allow your child to learn something that they want to learn, because they will be locked in. You would hope that they would be locked in and ready in order to learn that new thing or that new skill or whatever. So, what are the benefits of motivation? I'm going to go through 6 benefits of bleh. If I could speak, I'm motivated to speak properly. I'm going to go through 6 benefits of motivation. Number 1 is heightened performance. So you're motivated, you're going to perform at a higher level, right? You're going to achieve at a higher level because you're motivated. Number 2, improve persistence and resilience. So I'm motivated to have a successful podcast. I am motivated for you to have a good time when you are giving me your time here on the Big and Serious podcast. So I am going to put in more effort and make sure that this show is someplace that you want to be, right? This show is someplace that you want to have playing in the background. Big up to my Spotify family. SoundCloud, I don't know what's going on over there, but Spotify, big up to you. You're probably playing me in the background, right, as you go about your things. But I am motivated for you to have a good show or to have a good experience, and so I put the effort into the show. Motivation makes you go into like a deeper level of learning. You actually adopt deeper cognitive or mental processes and strategies in order to increase your knowledge and the understanding of the things that you're learning in order to be able to hold on to that information. Believe it or not, motivation actually gives you number 4 on the number 4 benefit is positive well-being. It contributes to a sense of accomplishment and the recognition of your success. Like for me, I'm not gonna lie, the ability to I was motivated to have a good interview with Azaf, for example, and was able to sit down and cultivate the questions that would create positive dialogue and continuous dialogue, as opposed to just like um what is it called, I forget what they're called, closed questions, or it's just like a yes and no. It was more open questioning, because I wanted the story, I wanted to understand everything. Yeah. Anyway, so positive well-being. And oh yes, that's where I was going. I lost my train of thought. I felt good in looking at those questions, and I was able to actually see my own personal growth as a person that does interviews in terms of how I interact with my guests, and the people that I'm speaking to. Positive well-being, in terms of being motivated, it also supports your emotional well-being by meeting your basic human needs. um, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about in terms of that. So number 6 benefit of motivation is goal achievement. Man, like, doesn't it feel good when you can pop your collar and be like, oh, let me stop frowning. Doesn't it feel good when you can pop your collar and be like, I achieved that, I did that, yeah, I did that. It was the motivation that brought you to that place, because you were motivated to do the thing in order to get to that goal and achieve it. Motivated individuals actually are more focused on their objectives and how they're going to achieve those objectives. Okay. Number 6, increased engagement. So motivated individuals are typically more engaged and they experience improved attention, participation, and involvement. I think I already read that. Anyway, how do you stay motivated? I'm gonna go through a few of these tips. Set smaller goals. In Jamaica, they say one cocoa full basket. So I know some want my basket for full, but I'm gonna get one cocoa in order to fill that basket. And it's easier for me to look at that one cocoa that I want to get to put in the basket as opposed to the 30 that it takes to fill that basket. So set smaller goals. Number 2, take regular breaks. And that is huge, like especially working or learning. Take your breaks. Make sure you take your breaks, okay? Don't burn yourself out. Number three, clear out distractions. So for me, I don't have to wear my headphones, but they're on, right? Even in terms of just my setup of my mic, I don't hear my own voice because it will distract me if I do. So clear out the distractions. I wanted to have a better or an easier time in playing music on the podcast. So I made the purchase so that I can clear out the distraction of the ads and all of that. So clear out your distractions. Number four, understand your productive times. So how long is it going to take me to get to the thing that I want to do? You know, and understand what that looks like and what it's going to take for you to get there. Hold on, let me see that I've lost some of my number five, keep a dependable schedule. Right? Don't be around like don't be like me. Sometimes I'm crazy and I think like I can get to work in 5 minutes. No, you can't. Keep a dependable schedule. That reduces your stress as well because we ain't trying to be carrying no cortisol in our stomachs, right? Number six, keep track of tasks and time. So yes, it's beautiful in getting lost in an assignment and getting lost in some task that you're doing, but be mindful. So keep track of the time so that you will stay motivated. Number seven, focus on high impact tasks. So tasks that are gonna give you the most bang for your buck or the biggest return on your investment. Focus on those. Number eight, understand how your work fits. So if you understand what you're doing and how it works, then you'll be able to be more motivated in order to complete it, and you won't be frustrated. Number nine, I'm only going to go through 10. But I am going to say this other one too. But number nine, create a daily plan. Number 10, know what motivates you. Actually, I'll do a few more. Number 11, award yourself for completion. And it doesn't have to be anything big. But you award yourself. I'm big on that. I love rewarding myself for achieving things. So always award yourself for completion of your tasks. Um, I don't even know what number we're at. I'm going to say number 11, learn to forgive yourself, right? You don't need to be a tyrant towards yourself. And I always say that the loudest voice that you hear is the one of your own voice speaking. You hear your own voice first. So always forgive yourself. Let's see. I'm going to skip some of these. Take time to think. That's another way to stay motivated. Step outside, step outdoors. That actually happened to me today. Shout out to Baby Goodas, who I was working from home today. She came up to me. She said, "Mommy, I need to show you something." And it was outside. And I was like a little annoyed at first, but I was like, okay, let me go outside. And in so doing, it was like, I don't know if it was a combination of the sunshine and the view and the air, but ooh, I felt so rejuvenated. So step outside, stay hydrated, drink your water, and mind your business. Okay. Stay motivated. Get plenty of rest. We take sleep for granted. Sleep is such a cure of so many things. Get plenty of rest. Prioritize that rest. Make sure that you are resting. You don't want wrinkles. You don't want all up yourself. You don't want to look old before you're young. So you make sure say you rest. This I've learned this, and this is a big one, especially with the change in dynamic of how we work, because a lot of us are on a hybrid work week where we spend some days in the office, we spend some days at home. Separate your work and your home. So for me, I was very mindful. I got my work laptop before I got my personal laptop. My work laptop is black. I was very mindful that my personal laptop has to be silver, has to be a different color because I don't want my brain to glance at it and think that it's my day job. No, this is my passion. This is my things that make Angie Good as a fulfilled and happy person, and it's all it housed in a silver laptop. So separate your work and home. Like for me, it feels like I'm in a jungle when I'm at work, but when I'm at home, when I'm at work working from home, I mean, when I'm at home, I look over and it just looks like a beautiful set of plants. So separate your house from your work. Separate work from home. Yeah, and don't bring those, like, you know how you get those coworkers and they probably annoyed the heck out of you all day, and you go home and your people at home say hi to you and you got a screw face because the people at work were silly. No, no, leave them at work. You can think about those people when you go back to the space that they're in. Um, find accountability. I'm going to say that again. Find accountability. We tend to not be accountable for the things that we do. We need to be accountable. Keep yourself accountable. Hold yourself to some high standards, but don't mess yourself up trying to maintain those standards or achieve those standards, but stay accountable. Uh last but not least, I actually went through all 20. Can you believe it? Last but not least, know what motivates you. What's your driver? What makes you do what you do? Know what that is and let that be your driver, let that be your guide. And on that note, I'm going to play my last song. I'm going to play my last song for the day. And I will then see you. I'm going to put it on video. I will then see you next week. Oops. Wait. You're too eager. What are you, man? Zentile, work hard. So eager. All right. Here goes.
So intelligent, for me hard-working people, them, we go put yourself. When I work hard, my dog. Hard, my dog. Say when I work hard, my dog. Still not give up the Lord. Say when I work hard, my dog. Man, I pre-wealth, my dog. Man, I pre-success. Man, I pre-wealth, my dog. Man, I pre-success. Man, I pre-help, my dog. Still not give up the Lord. Jeez, man, I work hard, me dog, me not give up. Man, I work hard, me fam, man, ambitious. Watch out for snakes, me dog, them well vicious. Come round behind me fam, them down with us. Get where them want so dog, so them switch up. Me a one youth, me dog, me don't itch up. No for them fool a dog, fi get stitch up. Why them stay so bad, bless so them pick up. Tell it, lily. Walk on the journey alone, journey alone. Lion man a king for me throne, king for me throne. Was last but now I'm phone, now I'm phone. And praise the Lord and blessing overflown, overflown. Get the youth work hard, see it they now going over broad. Get the youth stay focused and trust in the Lord. Get the youth stepping out, get the youth stepping out. And all who no want see the youths, them make it out. Jeez, man, I work hard, me dog, me not give up. Man, I work hard, me fam, man, ambitious. Watch out for snakes, me dog, them well vicious. Come round behind me fam, them down with us. Get where them want so dog, so them switch up. Me a one youth, me dog, me don't itch up. No for them fool a dog, fi get stitch up. Why them stay so bad, bless so them pick up.
Work hard, stay motivated, do your thing. You done know. Oh wait, shh. Work hard, stay motivated, do your thing, and know that you are amazing and beautiful and wonderfully made. Not because Auntie Good has said so, but because you are. Big up to you. Thank you for being with me here. Facebook, love you a long time. Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. TikTok, me I go see you when me see you. Me don't know when me I go see you. Spotify, you done know. And yeah. So next week is Caravan Week. I don't know if I'm doing a show or not. I'm still marinating on that. I'm still thinking about it. But for sure we will be back on August 7th. Can you believe August already? Like, when the summer I go? Why is it going so quick? August 7th, we will have Aya Grade in the building. He will join in the conversation. Don't know what the topic is yet, but it'll be a good one. Until then, be good or be good at being bad, but don't hurt nobody, because why for that? And as always, I appreciate your presence, your energy, just vibing out with me. You don't know, you're good peoples. As always, I appreciate love you. Keep doing your thing, stay motivated. Um, yeah.